an option that schools have decided to take on instead of having the traditional school year. Our traditional school year runs roughly 9 months of school, and then we have 3 months of summer. Now with year-round education, it gives schools the opportunity to give the students more breaks, but also having school throughout the whole year and keeps them intellectually stimulated throughout the whole year instead of having a whole full-on break for 3 months. Year-round education is not about changing the way education is given or the technique. It's more about changing the school calendar. Instead of functioning in the 9 months in school, 3 months off, it's broken down into blocks. It may be either the 60-20 calendar, where they have 60 days of school, and then 20 days they go on vacation. That's the most popular one. And then there's the 45-15, same, 45 school, 15 vacation. Or the concept 6, that's roughly 80 days of class and then 40 days of vacation. The schools also function in tracks, apart from having their block system. In tracks, we have 2 types. They either do a single track or they do multiple tracking. Single tracks, the whole school is on the same type of block, the 60-20 or the 45-15. In multiple, then that's when you have about from 3 to 5 multiple tracks, meaning you have let's say if you have a school that's a 4-track, you will have 3 out of those tracks in session in school. Let's say if they use the 60-20, they will be going to school for the 60 days, and while one of those tracks is on vacation, everybody else is in school, and so forth. They will start rotating. And what goes on with that also comes the advantages and disadvantages that go along with having this kind of school system for their calendar. A lot of the advantages, it expands the seating capacity, especially with the multi-tracks. Single tracks, the whole school is occupied throughout those days when they go to school or when they don't. But on multiple tracks, they have the opportunity to include or be able to enroll about 20 to 30% more students while one of the tracks is on vacation, since the whole school is not being occupied. The coursework material retention, they feel they will be able to retain more of the coursework material instead of being offered those 3 months, that more of that information will help them better and they won't forget as much as when kids come back from summer, they totally forgot everything from last year, as happens with, at least especially math class, since it's progressive. A lot of kids totally forget and they always have to do about a review session for about a couple weeks at the beginning of class. Then with our disadvantages, a lot of problems come up, especially with their extracurricular activities. Especially in elementary school at least, which is very typical to have usually band classes. Sports, not much, not unless you get to like middle school or high school where they use more of the sports. But also a great impact goes on the teachers and the staff. Teachers and staff, especially with the multiple tracks, about 20% of the school is out of school, is on vacation. They can't have those full-on teacher meetings with everybody. So not everybody is in sync, and certain teachers would need to catch up on whatever they missed on those meetings. It's a lot more difficult to coordinate events throughout the school. And then for family life, for a lot of parents, one lady I interviewed, Alicia Dueñas, she has 2 children, and she says that she has one child who in 2 years will be moving on into middle school, and her other child still has 3 more years in elementary. For her, it poses a great difficulty when that time comes because she will have her children on very different schedules. Her child moving on to middle school will be on a traditional schedule where he'll be in school for 9 months, 3 months off, but her other child will still be in that traditional system in which he gets about 2 weeks off. So she would have to accommodate with those times with you there. On the financial side, as we always hear, you would always hear your teachers tell you, make sure you come every day to school. It always helps the school out with higher attendance. They feel it would help them out with their higher attendance, and more students will be able to be there. It relieves stress among the students and the teachers with those multiple breaks instead of being there 9 months straight. You get a couple breaks in between. It'll reduce the teacher substitution. Teachers get their breaks as well. So it's not only helpful to the students, but to the teachers and their relationships. Then also for the cost, it's a positive and a negative. As we see with the high attendance, it helps the school out, but also it may affect it with the administration and the staff. Some people may have to acquire a little bit more administration or staff, or it actually affects on how the principal gets their vacation, because his vacation is paid for. And then especially with the air conditioning here, at least it's a big problem during our summer. If kids who are going to school through July, air conditioning is definitely running a lot more. Utilities are hit very hard also, and when it comes to doing maintenance in the school, usually they have a 3 whole month period which they can do all the maintenance in. Now they need to find when they're going to be able to do it, since the school is occupied throughout the whole year. And most of the maintenance is moved either to the weekends or late at night. And then if there's any maintenance that needs to be done, that takes a longer time period, it's a lot more difficult to fit into the schedule. So above all, with year-round education, it doesn't change how the students are taught throughout the school year, but it gives them the chance to adjust their school calendar, give them more family time, more time to break their schedule, relieve the stress with their teachers. It does have its side effects and its costs, where it might cost the school a little more. Sometimes family time, people who always decide to go out during the summer, but